let's learn how to play the F chord. So here we have the F chord, and as you can see, there are 2 fingers needed for this chord. So when I show my students this chord, I again turn it to the side so that they see what it looks like when they are actually holding the instrument, and we identify 1 finger at a time. So for example, we notice that we need 1 finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and we need a 2nd finger on 4th string, 2nd fret. So that can be a little confusing when you have different fingers in the 2nd fret, 1st fret, all those things. So we look at it and then put that away, and we actually experience it here. So have my students take their thumb and put it on the back of the spine in a place in which they can actually rotate all the way over and get both fingers on the instrument. And then we start with our 1st finger. So we wiggle our 1st finger and we say today, because we're going to use it today. And we put it in the 1st fret, the space right before the 1st fret, and I have them go up to the 2nd string, or the 2nd floor. And so up, we take the elevator to the 2nd floor, which is your E string. And then we wiggle our middle finger and we say 2nd finger today, because we're going to use him today too. And we put him in the 2nd fret, and we take the elevator whoop, all the way up to the 4th floor, or the G string. So here we have our F chord. And then once they have their fingers set up on their tip fingers and their thumbs supporting in the back by not being flat but also curved and pivoting to help them get their fingers up on the tips, I let them go ahead and explore playing on the F chord. Now, word of advice, F chord is going to be one of the hardest chords that you teach your students, primarily because there's 2 fingers, and for them to have to worry about placing 2 fingers in the correct spots can be a little tricky. Watch the troubleshooting video for some more help on how to get fingers up on their tiptoes, but also one other thing is encourage your students to maintain short fingernails, and especially for the F chord. They can get away with it on C, they can get away with it on A, but once you start adding more than 1 finger in a chord, it's really important that students keep short fingernails, especially on their left hand. So it's just something, you can keep a pair of clippers if you want in your classroom, but if they really are struggling with it, encouraging them to clip their fingernails is one thing that you can do to help them feel more confident on the instrument. But once you get those fingers there, have the students not only listen to you play the F chord, but also to each other play the F chord and get going on those different strumming patterns. Having the students help each other out will not only help them figure out what's going wrong when they're having struggles with playing the F chord themselves, but it will also help them articulate what's wrong, which will help them be able to fix it on their own. So, F chord. Once you have the F chord, you can play any of the songs we've learned on C, which is a great way to talk about transposition. Or you can learn new songs like Are You Sleeping and Farajaka. Enjoy!